Okay. So, let's chat for a while there, did you? Okay, sugar, butter, sugar and eggs, sorry. Helps if you turn it on. Okay, so I want you to look at the colour of it now. The eggs are very yellow, cage-free, organic, whatever fancy eggs these are. See how yellow they are? But I want you to notice the colour in general. We're going to whip them until they're pale and thick, very thick. So the idea for this is we want to be able to do a figure 8 movement like this. I'm moving in a figure 8, like drawing an 8 on the surface. But you can't see anything, right? Like there's nothing there. It's very liquidy. I'll show you the consistency we want to get it to. Look at these cups now. You need a stand mixer for this if you wanted to. Already it's starting to get paler, but we want to whip these for, you know, maybe 3 to 4 minutes, even longer. You want to get them really, really puffy. And I should have preheated my oven. What temperature? 180. Should have put the ovens here so I could reach them. Gotta do it. 180. I'm gonna do the bake function, no fan. Okay. Remember, if you are using a fan forced oven, like a convection oven with a fan in it, you want to reduce the temperature. So 180 down to 160, and then 370, 350 down to 325. I think that's it. Just reduce the temperature slightly. Baked goods, like cake. It's one of the things that I don't always apply to myself and use. I usually use the fan quite often. Majority of the time I bake. However, non-fan oven actually helps the cake rise more because the air is circulating, and when the air circulates, it makes a crispier surface and prevents the cake from getting too much volume. Because basically what happens is when the cake or the starch comes in contact with heat, it gelatinizes, and steam, it stays, if there's steam in the oven and moisture in the cake, it stays gelatinous or pliable, stretchy for longer, and then you get more rise in your cake. However, if there's a fan in the oven, it dries it out and prevents it from gelatinizing. So it will rise a little bit and then stop. And it restricts the cake growth. Can you repeat everything you're saying again after the mixer's off? You cannot hear it? Can't hear anything? Sorry. Just stand away. Sure, I can do that. For cakes, is it best to turn off the fan function? Yes. Ideally, yes. Okay. Hey, monkey tamer. Okay, I just wanted to show you the difference in the colour, but then also, look at that. See how you can nearly see It doesn't stay there for long enough, so we need to keep going. Too thick and too pale. So keep going for a little bit longer. Is the mixer really loud? Maybe I was standing too close to it as well. Sorry. I should know better. I didn't. No, I don't want to talk. Yeah, it does get really fluffy, doesn't it? Okay, can you see that? That's how thick we want it. That's the important thing. It stays on the surface for at least 3 seconds. Can you see? It's like airplane white noise now. Okay. Okay. So now just kind of skim your fingers over the beater to release the extra. You don't want to bang too much because you might deflate. So just give it a little wiggle like that. Amazing how much louder everything is when the jet engine shut off after landing. You're lucky it wasn't a crash land. Like, that's how sometimes my streams go. Kidding. Am I? Okay, so that is your result. The other tip that I have that I need to remember to write down is using a balloon whisk, okay? This, for years, for about at least 10 years, I could not make my grandma's sponge. It was 4 ingredients, and I could never, 4 or 5 ingredients, I could never get it right. And I didn't understand, like, it kept coming out lumpy, or if I mixed the flour in too much, it would be deflated and it would be like dense. And I just couldn't figure out how she did it. And I would ring her and she's like, just be gentle and incorporate the flour into the eggs and just don't mix it too much. I was like, how? Like, what am I doing wrong? And then I figured out this is the trick. She's a lot more patient than me. I'm not very patient, if you know that. This is the biggest thing. The biggest thing. Everything's the biggest thing, but when I try and tell you guys details. So put the whisk in there, and what you want to do is sift your flour ingredients over like this. You can do it in batches if you want, but what you want to do is use your whisk and let it fall through the whisk like this, rather than kind of trying to beat it in. And this is like as gentle as I get. But we're trying not to deflate the cake too much, and just around the sides to scrape the sides of the bowl and just let it fall through the whisk. Adding your left over. Cool. So balloon whisk and then let it fall through like that. Give it a little wiggle. And just give it a little wiggle to fall. So we're trying not to deflate it, especially because this recipe here, we're going to add butter to it next. And we want to combine that. So like with my grandma's recipe, this would be the final step. And then we would, with custard powder, it already has fat in the powder. It's like a dehydrated like milk powder. So then you would mix and then put it in the cake tin and bake it. Whereas this recipe uses butter. It's a bit more moist. And we need to do an extra step, so we need to be extra gentle here. Okay, so the next thing is our butter. Drizzle it over here. 1. So 3.5 tablespoons of melted butter. Okay, so you're being extra gentle. And this is going to make sure that your cake is really moist. Okay? And it's really important that your ingredients are all at room temperature, because if you have cold eggs, this is going to make the batter cold, and when you try and whip in your melted butter, it's going to solidify and you're going to get lumps, and we don't want that. Okay? Bit of wiggle. It's glossy now. And remember, if you deflate the egg slightly, you've got the backup of that baking powder that's going to give it some, you know, some oomph. Okay, don't tap on the bin. Tap on your finger like that. Yes. Delish. So this is test number 1. Sponge cake to see if it makes a good jelly cake. Okay. Shit, I didn't put the vanilla in. I don't want to mix it in now. I should have meant to have vanilla in it. Damn it. We're going to do another test anyway, so it should be fine. Okay. Pour it in. Gentle. And you don't want to do it from a high height as well, because that potentially can collapse the air bubbles. Okay, now you use a spatula. Oh, wrong one. There are some streaks of butter that I can see that weren't distributed well enough. So that's something that I need to work on. Okay. Okay, so I need to write this down. Low height when pouring, balloon whisk. What other tips did I say? I need to write it all down so I remember by the time I go and type this all up. Thick, pale eggs. Okay, figure 8, yep. I like to see you on Bake Off or similar. I don't know, I'm too nervous. Okay, like that. Beautiful. Level it off as much as you can. Okay. Hopefully the oven's not hot enough. Let it sit there for 2 seconds. I don't want to put it in a cold oven. Can I use that? Yes. I want to reuse as much dishes because we're going to be making a few. Hopefully that works. But I want to test. What do I want to test? We'll see how that comes out and then we'll test something else. The idea, okay, so the tips. Thick, pale egg mixture with figure 8 motion on surface for 3 seconds. About triple the volume. Balloon whisk to incorporate the flour. Pour, mix into tin from low height. Figure 8 balloon whisk. Anything else? Oh, room temperature. Prevent butter solidifying. Cool. Anything else? Oh yeah, add the vanilla when you meant to. What? Something that's burning. What is burning? There's nothing. The oven's clean. I'm letting all the air out. Oh, a bit of phyllo pastry. Okay. I'm going to put it in the oven because it can't sit on the surface because it's going to... Do you have an aircon fan on, Molly? I'm jealous. Do I? I do. I have one fan. In this whole room, there's only one split system. What's going on here? There's heat coming out of the... I don't know. Yeah, okay, it's normal. I was like, well, I can feel air coming out of the oven, but it's normal. When do you add the vanilla? How much? You add the vanilla to the butter and 2 teaspoons. Vanilla extract. Vanilla extract. Or vanilla bean paste. Don't use never. All right. If you learn one thing from me and I'm going to make you do one thing, there'll probably be a few things in the future, but if you have imitation vanilla in your pantry, please throw it out. Please. Please. Vanilla, imitation vanilla or vanilla essence, please throw it out. Please get some vanilla extract or better quality vanilla bean paste with seeds. It'll just give you a better product. Imitation vanilla is fake and the flavour is no good. I can see your plant moving. Which one? That one there? Oh yeah. WA weather always makes this Melburnian jealous. We lived in Melbourne for a few years and I do miss, Exceed and I, we prefer cooler weather and like rain and things like that. So I kind of do miss it. I don't miss like the 4 seasons of like you go out and you prepare to wear like winter clothes and then the sun comes out and then you get like really hot. I don't miss that. That was the same thing yesterday. I was wearing track pants and then I had to take my pants off in my office and then eventually I had to go and put shorts on because it was so hot. I was sweating. Yeah, you switched to vanilla bean paste? Yes, I love that. I don't have that. I have extract and paste. Great, love it. So yeah, you add the butter, the vanilla bean paste to the butter. I'm wearing an hoodie. What kind of hoodie you got? All right, so The test for this is if it rolls effectively and if we need to make any changes to it. If you've been on stream before, I make chocolate cake. An oodie is like an oversized blanket hoodie. They're like, I have a real oodie and a not like a fake oodie, and I love them. I think that the oodie needs to be really cold, or it's longer and it's a bit heavier. Whereas I have a one with unicorns on it that I got for my birthday from my brother. That's like a knockoff, and I like that as well. I have a fake Kogan oodie, nice. The weather where I am in New South Wales at the moment is all over the place. I'm wearing my oodie too. Hey, I like it. What kind of print do you have on yours? Mine is Friends. So I'll show you for those that don't know. Oh, it's so good. Guys, it's looking so good. So this hopefully will be the recipe on Monday. We're just going to figure out the filling. So I got 2. We did a collaboration with Oodie. We did a sponsored stream. And they sent me one. But basically, because we've just got some time. Woo! Okay, this is my knockoff Oodie. It's like a big, it's got unicorns. It's not very me. Like I'm a more like a black, grey type gal, if you don't know. But Exceed has the QuakeCon one. I've never been able to wear the QuakeCon one because Exceed stole that. That's his. So I have these 2. This is the official Oodie one. It's huge. Purple tie-dye and a Monsters Inc. So I love Friends. This is much better quality. It's just a bit heavy sometimes. So sometimes I just wear it with like no pants on underneath because it's so long. All right, that looks looking fantastic. What did I say for bake time? Didn't set a timer. That's my toxic trait when testing recipes is I never test times. I always forget. Okay. 10 to 15 minutes. How long's it been in? I'd love, like we've got the Google Home here. I was thinking of getting like a hub that has a screen on it that tells, like I can put like a timer and see it. 2 minutes? No, it's been in there longer than that, surely. I realised I turned fan on, so I've just turned that off. So you want to let it go lightly brown. And we should get onto the cream. You put it in at 133 uptime. What's the uptime now? It's been 9 minutes. You're an amazing human, you know that. You're above average, Cad. Thank you. My toxic trait is that I have take a calculator to the supermarket to keep track of things. Hold on. You take a physical calculator? You don't use a calculator on your phone? Tell me your toxic traits, guys. What do you, as a joke, what is the funny thing that you guys, that you do, that you think is silly, that you don't realise, you know, are both? Okay. I'm in the Northern Europe, so we do get snow in the winter and so on. Nice. We don't get anything cool. I don't have any toxic traits. I'm super humble. My toxic trait is not being able to open milk cartons. Hold on. You mean like a choc milk? Son, you need an Oodie. Oh, so I need an Oodie. Son, you need an Oodie. So you do need an Oodie. Lara, yes. We had a code. I don't know if exclamation mark Oodie still works. You could get 20% off, I think. $20. Maybe $20. That's unfortunate for you, Nido. Not like a long life one where you twist the top, like pull the sides and pull out the triangle spout thing. That's a bit. If only SE was not on PTO. The bug. I take budgeting very intensely, so that's why I take the calculator. Yeah, okay. I do everything on my phone or online order. I just punch a hole in them. Yeah. Well, the ones where that you get the carton and flip up the little nozzle bit, a little bit of plastic, and you punch the straw through. Okay. You want to gently press the cake, gently, to see if it springs back. If it doesn't, another few minutes. Okay? If we were gonna, we need to discuss the filling. Would you rather whipped cream, like a stabilized whipped cream, like a chantilly cream, or a cream cheese, not thick like the carrot cake, but like a little bit thicker than whipped cream filling to go with strawberries and jam? It's going to be a Swiss roll or a jelly cake roll. Do you want a thicker cream filling or like a really light cream filling? That's my question. Oh my God, it looks so good. I think it's ready. Hard choice. And also, I'm not trying to persuade you, but the little bit of cream cheese, like a little bit, it gives a little bit of a tang. You know, it's not so sweet. Because I'm not a fan of regular whipped cream. Okay. Oh my God, it's beautiful. What a beautiful. Okay, part of me also wants to make this sponge, while we're doing this, into a proper sponge cake, a thick one. Okay. Of course I had to put the camera facing there. I can't reach it to turn it around. Hold on. Well, I'm looking at this one. All right, that's what it looks like. Look at that. Pour the champagne, pour the champagne. Okay, so it's going to deflate slightly. That's no issue. Don't stress. If I was a cooling rack, what is a Victoria sandwich? So Victoria sandwich is a sponge cake layered with jam and cream, possibly strawberries as well. Okay. Where is it? What? Oh, there it is. Where is it there? I think you said wash it for me. He's a good lad. Okay. So it's deflated slightly, which is fine. But we need to grab it and we need to roll it. Okay. You want to let it cool for a few minutes, but then we need to get a fresh tea towel. Fresh tea towel. And corn flour, cornstarch. Where you at? Like this. Okay, so this is gonna be the bottom, so we need to flip it over onto here. So, clean tea towel, dish towel, whatever you wanna call it. Okay, like that. Corn flour or cornstarch. So I don't use, shit, too much. I don't use icing sugar, powdered icing sugar, because it's got sugar in it and sugar's hygroscopic and it can go like wet and moist. So I use corn flour, okay? So if I roll it that way, yeah. So what you wanna do, flip it over. And we want to work while this is still warm, we want to roll it up. Okay. A little bit of this. I'm going to put that back on and we're going to roll this up, okay? Yeah, no. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's gonna get it ready and it's gonna let it cool in that curved shape so that it doesn't crack. What is really important with a roll cake is that you kind of train it to roll, because if we've got a sponge cake that cools down and solidifies, when you go to roll it, it will just crack. So whereas this, we're kind of training it before we unroll it, fill it, then roll it back up. It kind of keeps that shape ready. You know, it's prepared itself for its final form. Cool? Like that. Put aside. Cute or care. So, cream cheese frost, or, you know, whipped cream frosting. Alrighty. Went over us. I actually contacted Jamie says I wouldn't trust Australia Post with food. I once sent Molly some Bundaberg mince pies and they got smashed. Yeah, I get that. But I actually inquired. A company wanted to pay us to make a cake here on stream and then send it over to Sydney for an event. And so I contacted multiple companies and to get quotes, and a lot of them don't do refrigerated transport, and it was really tricky. Australia Post didn't do it. A lot of the bigger companies didn't do it. You had to get like a smaller agency, and they don't offer insurance for that type of thing. And I got told basically by Australia Post, Star Trek, and Toll, I think, that they don't even recommend. I rang the office and they were like, we don't trust our staff basically to look after, like they don't offer that type of insurance for food stuff because it's not fragile. Sorry, that's what I meant to add, fragile. They don't do fragile packaging and insure it to be fragile. What is the word, like a fragile package. They won't. They just basically, two ladies said to me, she's like, we don't trust the ground handlers at the airport, and it to be treated with respect or to be treated as fragile. It probably would have been cheaper, yeah, for us to fly over. Yeah, one day I floated the idea. yesterday with the company. I was like, oh, one day, maybe. That would be amazing to fly over and do an in-person event. Pop it in a padded post bag, a fragile sticker on it, she'll be right. But it all comes down to your packaging as well. I sent cookies all the way to Sweden and they made it perfectly. It's all, I packaged them basically individually with those moisture, what are they called? The moisture silica bead things. I put them in each cookie package. Heaps of bubble wrap in a tin. Tin had bubble wrap, and I shipped them all the way to Sweden and another one to the US, and they got there fine. I sent them to Dex. Dex asked me to send him cookies. He paid me to send him cookies, and they turned out good. I used to work for Toll, can confirm I would not be sending cakes with them. Yeah. Yeah, true, J-Mode, yeah. Yeah, you gotta, it's hard. Sending stuff is hard, and relying on companies and things. But going back to that cake, the company still paid us to make the cake on stream, and they still paid for me to make it the same price that we quoted, even though I didn't have to send it. So it was great. Where can we order cookies? If you guys are interested, we might do a round of maybe at the end of May or something, after my week off. If you guys want cookies, there'll be like a price, and you have to pay shipping and whatnot. I'll quote you if you're interested, and we can send cookies to wherever you are. It was a bit of fun with Dex, and it got there. We could do it like maybe once or twice a year if it works. Could do like a cookie drive, or like a Christmas time would be really cool. Doing like a cookie box. Would you guys be interested there?
Delicious.
What's that?
8 months high. I'm lurking just eating lunch before I leave to go for my exam in 10 minutes. Hope you're all well.
Thank you for the resub. I ate some chicken from the fridge and I had a bone in it. 8 months. Thank you for being here. Good luck for your exam. Wishing you all of the knowledge, and it all comes too easy. When I was at school, my mum always said to me, say to yourself, the answers come to me easy. The answers come to me easy, and then they will. Manifest it and it'll come to you. I would. Nito, you want some cookies? Hey, Stace. Okay. I don't know how old this is. No, that's that one. That's good. This one's no good. No. Okay. Strawberries. I want to learn how to do sugar cookies for Christmas. It's something definitely we can do. We'll probably start making cookies around November. We're going to do a lot of cookies over Christmas, leading up to Christmas. Okay, strawberries, they look pretty good. We're going to slice these up and put them in our cake. Cream, we better get virtual baker. So we used to do this thing called Make with Molly, or community cook up. It started as Make with Molly, where I used to release a recipe and used to try and get people to get involved in cooking along with me, and like we do like a virtual cooking class. And then there was a few people, but it was really sad. People, like, not as many people. You know, it's hard. I get that time zones and things like that, but we just didn't have as much involvement. So then we did, rather than in-person cooking class, we did a theme for the month, and people would do, like, I'd release recipes, or we'd say, like, the theme for the month is pizza or cookies, and people could submit, things and submit different foods they made. It was a lot of fun, but it's hard with involvement. Trying to figure out how we can get more people involved with events would be amazing. Okay, cream cheese. If I was cream cheese, where would I be? What is on vacay? Yes. Alrighty. I actually start making rumbles around November. Nice. Can we do a quarterly make with Molly? So, what do you mean, like an actual cooking, like cook along, or a theme, like a community cook-up theme? I was planning on joining Make with Molly when solo servings was released. Don't make me feel guilty like that, Dex. Solo servings was an idea for our next cookbook, but we're not doing a cookbook, so especially self-publishing again. It's the outlay of the price and everything, and having the stock in our house, it's just too tricky. And I'd rather release free recipes that you guys can get your hands on now. But I do plan on doing solo portions on the website. Oh. It's in my ear. Sort ear. Wash my hands. But there isn't a reason why you can't create a recipe and divide it into one portion, divide it into from 4 to 1. Okay, so I'm thinking for that cake, I'm gonna go 1.5 cups of cream. Yeah, and then 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. An actual cook along with the theme. Like, you guys get the ingredients. So I have a plan. I had the idea to do like release a kind of sign up, and you guys commit to doing it like a cook along, and we could do it on stream, or we could just create like a Zoom or something and do a private lesson. But I'm really nervous that people don't actually sign up, or can't commit, or don't turn up, or whatever. Yeah, it's kind of like a little bit soul destroying. In the past, we've gone to effort and we've gone to create things for the community, and it just didn't land the right way that we were expecting or wanting, and we kind of retreated quite a bit with community events and community things, because it just wasn't right. We haven't found the right thing yet. But I would love to do that. I'd love to do in-person stuff, or like virtual cook-alongs. Heck yeah. Yeah. Scales. Okay. So we want figure out how much we need. Do minimum sign-ups. Yeah. If there's something that we could try again, and people will want to get involved, Okay, so whipped cream. I'm gonna go with a cup, and I can always add more. Okay, there's 250. Write this down. Okay. I need feedback, honest feedback of what, if you would want to get involved, what would prevent you from getting involved. Like, I don't want yes men that say, oh yeah, we'll do it, and then, because that just leads to frustration. 20. You know what I mean? Like, in the most polite way. I've been procrastinating on a piece of work since Monday. Put my big girl pants on and do it. Do it. Hey, Hubango, welcome in. Okay. So, cream cheese, I'm going to go with 50 grams. Yeah, 50 grams. So, 2.5 tablespoons. Cool. I'll be honest, I'd love to get involved, but I know I couldn't commit due to time. I love watching your cooking streams because I can have them on while I'm working and I still learn from you. That's great. I appreciate that. How's Exceed enjoying the new job? He's doing really great. A few weeks ago, he had his 6-month, it was meant to be annual, but he's only been there for about 6 months. He's killing it. He's slaying it. I think it's just, he's learning a lot, and I'm very proud of him. It's been a big step up in stuff that he's needed to know and learn, and a lot of things he's done for the first time at this job, and he's amazing. Just seeing, the difference of a positive workplace and the way that they affirm him and make sure, going from a medium-sized company to a global company, you can see why they're so big, this company, and the support they put on their staff, and the opportunities that they have, and just making sure, checking in and be like, hey, this is great, you can do this, but if you're working on a project that you're not really vibing with, we can move you to something else. And he's, project leading so much stuff. I just love to hear about it, and he's very humble, but he's killing it. It's really exciting. It's really very cool. Thank you for asking. All right. Vanilla, we're gonna put vanilla in this. Does the new job allow Hawaiian shirts? It does. And sometime, very rare, he needs to go into the office. Potential for, we potential for possibly, traveling and working. He makes sure he takes that Hawaiian shirt off for meetings, but he can wear them throughout the day. It's good company. It's just amazing the package that new staff get, let alone the possibilities once you're there for a longer period of time. Just great. But he takes it very seriously, and it's just showing that how majority of the time he's self-taught, just like I am with cooking, and he doesn't have the uni degree, but he's working with guys who have masters and you know, all these fancy diplomas and bachelors and whatever, and he's slaying it. And he's just his hard work, and he's never really clocks off. Oh my God, sorry, that was Jacob. Oh, good. Nita, thank you for the 300 bits. Okay, just whipping this. I'm not talking while I'm whipping. The airplane is in the air, as Ted would say. So when it lands, then we can talk. Bad man. I just realized I didn't put any icing sugar in there. Okay. Under the bust. Yeah, no, it's on the bust now. Look at that. Okay. One thing you need to take into account when you're cooking my recipes, I don't like really sweet desserts. So you need to be prepared to tweak them, especially like the sugar content. So like this, I'll add like 2.5 to 3 teaspoons of powdered sugar, but you can add more. You can make it really sweet if you want. But I like that balance of like the tanginess of the cream cheese and the little bit of sweetness. Same with like chili, tweak it to how your preference, how you like it. Add more cream cheese if you want. Okay. Okay. I'm unsure. It's very nice. Oh man, my finger in it. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit extra. Where's the? So we'll go 3 tablespoons. Powdered sugar. Powdered sugar is just icing sugar. Cool. And vanilla extract in there as well, 2 teaspoons. Beautiful. So you want it to be like thick. That was the wrong finger. I'm so sorry. I thought I used my second finger, but that's kind of like the thickness, like it. I'm so sorry. But you want it to be thick, right? So like thick. If you want it to be thicker, you add more cream cheese. Cool? I'm very sorry for giving you the bird. Flipping you off. That also. Just need to stop talking. Well, it happens. Here we go. Alrighty. And then we're going to use a strawberry jam. Rosie. Oh, I got 2. Okay. Strawberry jam, cream cheese, like whipped cream. We call it call it a stabilized whipped cream. Because it's not, people, if I said that was a cream cheese frosting, cream cheese filling, people would be like, oh, I don't like cream cheese. Like, I don't like cream cheese frosting. But like, that's not, it's like a tangy whipped cream that's got like a little bit of cream cheese in it. It's only like 2 tablespoons. So it's really hard. Sometimes when you like, people get an idea, because you don't know what you don't know, right? With some recipes and some foods, like, oh, I don't like that. I'm like, just try it. You know, you might, and you can tweak it to how you like. Like some people won't make cookies because they're like, oh, I don't like or like they don't make carrot cake because they don't like cream cheese frosting. Well, you can make the carrot cake and not put cream cheese frosting on it, or tweak the cream cheese frosting to your preference, you know? All right, so we're just slicing. I think slicing will be the best way for this. I can't use all the strawberries because I need to, oh, I can remake this on Sunday for the photo. Because I need to remake this. I'm going to make it on stream, and then I've got to remake it for the photos. Or we could make it again today. Because I want to test it again. If it works once and it's good, and then I need to test it again to make sure that wasn't a fluke before it goes on the website. How many of you guys are, I know I've asked this a lot before, but I'm just interested. How many of you guys are fruit washers, fruit and veggie washers? Like how many of you consistently wash your fruit and veggies, maybe before you put them in the fridge? How many people don't really care? You are? Like a career? Yeah. Nah. I'm very much not. Like I'll just get you know, an apple out of the fridge or whatever and just eat it. Whereas Exceed is, and I know there's a lot of other people that they're worried about stuff. It's good for your immune system. I do, especially for the kids. Gonna crush it this, yeah, you are. You're gonna kill it. Tomorrow, good luck. Tell yourself the answers come to you easily, and you're gonna slay it. Good girlfriend. I'm a washer. Okay. There's things that I do wash, like lettuce sometimes. Leek always. Stuff like bok choy, where it gets inside the leaves and stuff. Licking doorknobs probably good for your immune system too, but I don't do that either. Okay. That's a active thing. This is more passive. I wouldn't go and search licking the floor. I figure with all the shit I pump into my face, whatever is... You like Botox? Fillers? Pretty keen to get rid of some more ones one day. I need to find a friend that's... It's always good to have a friend that's a tradie or that's like a beautician or a hairdresser. All right. Or just find a friend. Finding a friend's good too. I see the people with the supermarket that touch my food, I'm washing that shit. Yeah, very true. I get that. It's like you wash your hands before you eat. Sometimes I'm better than others, but if I'm like out, or if I've been to like, yesterday I went to the tip, we always have baby wipes in our car to wipe your hands and stuff. I don't know why they don't have it in Australia, but when I lived in Brazil, there was, in the food, if you're at the mall and you go to like the food section, like where all the food is, they always have sinks to wash your hands, wash and dry in the section. You don't have to go to the toilet or the bathroom to wash your hands. So like you have, the wall of, different takeout places and the seating area. They have like a washroom or like a wash area so you can wash your hands. Yeah, I lived in Brazil. I went on exchange when I was 17. I finished school, graduated, and then I had my 18th birthday over there with Rotary Exchange. Yeah. I thought a lot of you guys already knew that. Yeah. I actually dreamt last night that I was in Brazil, back there visiting. Both the sink thing and living in Brazil. Yeah? Shopping centre here have sinks in the food court. Food court, that's the word that I was thinking of.